The Radio Memories Network is brought to you in part by Liberated Syndication, podcast publishing made easy, libsyn.com. That's LIBSYN.com.
Welcome to the Old Time Radio Network Comedy, continuing America's love affair with comedy and those lovable characters that made us laugh. We now go back to the early days of radio comedy and our imaginations with our featured comedy presentation.
I used to do half-hour shows all the time, and this show tonight, of course, is a special. That is, they call it a special. It's not a special at all. It's an hour show. They always make a big thing. It's all it is 2 half hours put together. It's not a special. To me, a special is when coffee goes from 85 cents to 74 cents.
And welcome to Jack Benny, sent with affection and gratitude for the many wonderful moments he gave us all. Hosted by 3 of Jack's dearest friends, George Burns, Bob Hope, and Johnny Carson. From the Jack Benny specials, Lucille Ball, Dick Clark, Phyllis Diller, Walt Disney, Dean Martin, Dick Martin, Gregory Peck, President Ronald Reagan, Dan Rowan, Don Rickles, Dinah Shore, Frank Sinatra, Red Skelton, the Smothers Brothers, Elkie Summer, John Wayne, Lawrence West, and featuring from Jack's old gang, Phil Harris, Mary Livingston, Dennis Day, Rochester, Don Wilson, Mel Blanc, Frank Nelson, and Benny Rubin.
We appreciate that. But tonight the applause is for Jack. This won't be a eulogy. We did that years ago. Now it's time to look back to Jack Benny, the performer. The comedian who made us laugh through a depression, 2 wars, and 3 Indian uprisings. With Jack, it looked easy, but you don't sustain a career for 65 years by just saying, well, and now cut that out. That only accounts for about 30 years there. So in the next 2 hours, we're going to be talking a lot about Jack Benny and be watching loads of hilarious clips from those wonderful specials he did.
We're really looking forward to it because there's no one we love more than Jack, no one we admired more.
And no one would be doing so many straight lines about. Okay, so what about the comedy of Jack Benny? When you hear those 2 words, Jack Benny, the first thing you think of is cheap. The second thing you think of is cheap. Jack wasn't just cheap, he was the cheapest. That's because Jack knew that extremes are funny. Having a safe in your house isn't funny. But an underground vault with squeaky iron doors and a moat full of hungry alligators, that's funny. Driving a 10-year-old car, not funny. But a Maxwell with petunias growing through the hood, funny.
Jack's eyes, they weren't just blue, they had to be bluer than the thumbs of a cross-eyed carpenter or the thumb of an Eskimo hitchhiker. I love that one.
You'd love it better if you could say it. Over the years, Jack established I don't like my timing. Over the years, Jack established that stingy character so solidly that any reference to it was good for a laugh. And the references were frequent.
Take you, Jack. Did you have complete communication with your parents?
Well, come to think of it, there was a lack of communication between my parents and me. Not that I didn't love them. It was a toll call.
I seem to recall that when Disneyland first opened, I gave you a 14-karat solid gold pass, lifetime pass to Disneyland.
Yes, you did give me a solid gold pass.
Well, where is it?
Here. I had it rounded down. And I know, my friend, that you'll want to be the first today, because
To the first customer today and today only, we give a free solid gold wristwatch. Don't reach for your wallets now. Unfortunately, although this is a very high-class show, we sometimes get a low-class type of person in our audience, pickpockets. We want to warn you gentlemen in the audience against pickpockets, so make sure your wallet is where it's supposed to be. I want to tell you folks that Luscious Lucille is the most fantastic dancing girl in all history. Lily St. Cyr burst your bubble, and Sally Ann grabbed your hands and flew back to Capricorn.
You know, that Barker looks familiar. Of course, there were the gags about Jack's age. I want to tell you, I haven't been this excited since Alexander Graham Bell said, "Can you hear me, Jack?"
Well, you see, we call you Mr. Benning, both my brother and myself, out of respect. After all, you are a little bit older than we are. Right.
A little?
Yes.
A little older, huh?
Yeah.
Well, how old would you think I am?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, guess. Go ahead. I mean, I promise you I won't be offended.
Okay.
Just guess. Guess how old I am.
He always says
Just looking at me, yes.
He always says he's 39, right? So he's got to be at least 44? At least, he couldn't be 44 because he wasn't in the last war, was he? Well, maybe he was a coward. Could be something else, something else. Yeah, did you ever notice the way he walks?
That was another thing, Jack's walk. You'll hear lots of kidding about that tonight. Bob, what was it exactly about Jack's walk? I don't know, but Phil Harris once said, you put a dress on Jack and you could take him anywhere. The gestures of this. As a broad brahmanologist, Jack carried a fiddle. In radio, he held a script. But in TV, he didn't know what to do with his hands. He felt awkward. So he turned a weakness into a strength and developed all those gestures that became his trademark. That one was to pinch color into his cheeks. And then, of course, there was the way he had of turning and looking out to the audience like a wounded deer. It was a reaction, but it was also Jack's way of getting a laugh. He looked at them till they laughed. And if he had to, Jack would outweigh them. The audience knew either they laughed or it was the end of the show. That was Jack's style. He looked, he stared, he waited. I think he learned it from a turtle. I once told him he should team up with Perry Como and make still pictures. But Jack had a routine with Mel Blanc that he used to switch around and it never missed. Watch this. It's not only a comedy classic, but it's a perfect example of Jack's unique pacing.
You are the Tijuana String?
Sí.
Then I take it you're all from Tijuana.
Sí.
Am I right in assuming that you are their leader?
Sí.
What's your name?
Sorry.
Tijuana Strings, that seems awfully close to the Tijuana Brass. I mean, didn't they ever object to it?
Sí.
Well, what do they do?
Sí. play something. Now, what are you going to play? I'm afraid to ask this next one. The Flea?
Yes, sir.
Oh, did you say yes, sir? Do you object if I play your second number with you? Well, look, this is my dumb show, and I'm going to do it. Now, we'll start at the count of 3. 3. C. Follow me. And I want to play this real fast. You know, mucho largo. Ready? Show, Bob Starr saying rise and shine. The Wake Up America Show,
If Bob Starr doesn't get up, nobody gets up. He depends on Coast Deodorant Soap, the eye opener. No other soap refreshes like Coast with its exhilarating scent. No soap has bubblier lather. Coast brings you back to life.
The Wake Up America Show, Bob Starr saying rise and shine, everybody. All you sleepyheads out there, get up, wake up.
Bring yourself back to life with Coast, the eye opener.
You've got to find it, Grandma. I do. Mommy's favorite birthday dress. Perfect for you. It's starting.
Needs a good old-fashioned cleaning.
Feels rough, too.
We'll use Bowl 3. Detergent plus fabric softener, all in one. How can a detergent with a newfangled fabric softener give an old-fashioned clean and soften, too? Bowl 3 can. Watch.
We took the softening and static control of a full-strength fabric softener and concentrated it into a powder. Then we combined it with Bowl 3's powerful powder detergent.
Now, I call that an old-fashioned clean.
So soft, too.
Such softness from a box of detergent.
Look, no static clean here.
Bowl 3 for an old-fashioned clean and a newfangled fabric softener in one. Can these hands fool you? Who's mother and who's daughter? Can't tell? Meet Pat Kendall and Laura. They're both students at Northwestern.
When you're in school with students Laura's age, young-looking hands are very important.
And Mom's hands are very young-looking. Similar to mine.
Pat Kendall does lots of dishes. What's her secret?
She uses Ivory Liquid, and so do I. I've used Ivory Liquid 20 years. It's very mild to my hands.
Lab tests show Ivory Liquid's mildest to hands of all leading brands.
It's thick and creamy looking. I love the rich suds. Nothing we tried gets dishes cleaner. I'm counting on keeping my hands young looking, like Mom. And Ivory Liquid will help.
Mild Ivory Liquid, because young-looking hands are worth holding on to.
To Jack, the important thing was how funny his show was, not how funny he was. He never counted his own laughs. But I suspect that quality alone goes a long way toward accounting for the longevity of his career.
One season on his opening radio show, Jack let us cast through the entire half hour without him. He just came on for the last line.
I couldn't do that. I'd be afraid they wouldn't get me out of the straitjacket in time to get in that last line. But that was Jack, and he didn't think twice about letting this fella open his birthday special.
Thank you, thank you. I'm Jack Benny, and I welcome you to my special. I'm so glad you tuned in, because on tonight's show, I'm celebrating my birthday. And we'll get started in just a minute.
Now, do you believe that? Jack not only let Lawrence Welk open the show, but he gave him his voice, too. And then during his monologue, he called Welk out again.
I'll tell you, I can't get over how great you did that impersonation.
Why, Jag, I do a lot of impersonations.
You do a lot of impersonations?
Certainly. Get a load of this. Edward G. Robinson.
Edward G. Robinson, huh?
Now, look, you guys. You keep muscling in on my territory, and I'm going to let you have it, see?
That's wonderful. That was great. Anybody else?
I can also do Cary Grant.
You can do Cary Grant? Let's hear it.
Judy.
But look, I must ask you something, Lo.
What's that?
You do such great impressions. Do you do them on your own show?
Oh, no. On my show, we don't take any chances.
Jack loved working with great dramatic actors. In fact, he often would get bigger laughs with them than with other comedians.
Well, if that's the way he felt, what are we doing here?
They wouldn't leave me out here alone for $1 million. But there were times, like in those flashback scenes Jack did so often, when he felt the straight actor gave the comedy an extra dimension. One of my favorite scenes was this one, where he goes over to Gregory Peck's house to ask him if Greg would make his first TV appearance on Jack's show.
Yes.
I'm Jack Benny. Mr. Peck is expecting me.
Oh, yes, Mr. Benny. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
I'm Mr. Peck's secretary. I'll tell him you're here.
Thank you very much. Who's this fellow?
Oh, he's Williams, the butler. Excuse me, please.
Oh, I see. Here? Can I get you anything, sir? Well, it's a little early for dinner.
I meant to drink.
Or to drink? No.
Martini?
No, thank you.
Scotch?
No.
A glass of milk?
Milk? Yes, with a dash of nutmeg. Gregory Peck, best actor, To Kill a Mockingbird. Gee, I don't remember that one. I gotta watch more television. wonderful to see you. I was just looking at this, Greg. This is pretty nice. I didn't know you had one of these, too.
Well, you have one, Jack?
No, but I was at Rod Steiger's house, and he has one.
Well, Jack, come over here and sit down. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. That phone just won't stop ringing.
Pretty busy, huh?
Oh, there just aren't enough hours. You know, meetings, picture deals, and the new campaign for the Motion Picture and Television Relief Fund. And scripts to read. Would you believe it, Jack, if I told you that I was happier when I was an usher at the Radio City Music Hall?
No, I wouldn't believe it.
Well, neither would I. Well, Jack, what's on your mind?
Well, Greg, now look at you and I. We've been friends for years.
We have?
Yes, and I was wondering if you would like to make...
Oh, there goes the phone, Jack. Excuse me. Hello. Oh, yes. Hello, George. Aha. Yes, I received the rendering and the plans for the new wing for the Motion Picture Country House, and it's just perfect. Perfect. But, George, with financing the way it is today, it'll cost us a fortune. We have to figure it'll cost at least, $20 a square foot. Now, what I suggest is that we shop around and get another estimate. Okay, George. Yes, I think that's a very good idea. When you get the information, I suggest we have another meeting with the board, and I'll be available anytime you want. Right. Thanks, George. And my best to Ruth. Bye. Oh, sorry, Jack.
Greg, who did that painting?
Oh, that one's by Van Gogh.
Oh, Van Gogh, yeah. Did Van do this one, too?
That one's by Mike Angelo.
Oh, Michelangelo.
Yes.
I thought he only did ceilings.
Pardon me, Mr. Peck, but Williams would like to talk to you.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Sir, I can't seem to find the car keys for Andrew.
Oh, you want the car keys? Well, let's see. I found them. Don't they? Oh, good, good.
I feel like I'm in the Valley of the Giants. And I know how the world looks to Mickey Rooney.
Careful now.
What kind of a car do you drive?
A Volkswagen. Where were we, Jack? Sit down.
Well, Greg, as I was saying, I'm doing a television show, you see. And I...
Oh, Jack. You don't mind?
Why should I mind?
Hello? Oh. No, it's all right if you have all the facts. Go right ahead. Uh-huh. I see. Yes, that was Faraday in the deal. About him? Yes, I see. Yes, I understand. Yes, of course. Yes, I follow that. Now, exactly what is each person's function? I see. Yes. Well, all right, Lou. I'll tell you what. I'll talk to my accountant. Hi, Lou.
Thanks.
Well, terribly sorry. Oh, Hilda, would you hold all the phone calls until I notify you, please?
Yes, Hilda, hold the phone. Now, look, Greg, there's no sense of our beating around the bush. You see, the reason I'm here is because, I don't even know how to start this. really, I want to ask you if you would appear as a guest on my television show.
Oh, well, Jack, I'd be delighted to be on your show.
Well, why not? Give me one good reason. The rehearsal in the theater. It's better than pictures.
Jack.
And it's easier work.
I said I would do it. I said I'd be delighted to be on your show.
Gee. Well, Greg, gee, that's nice. But there's just one problem. You know, Greg, I know that you demand a lot of money, you see, and I have such expenses on my show between the scenery and the people and everybody that I don't think I can afford.
No, Jack, listen, Jack, forget all about the money. I'll do your show for nothing.
What do you think?
I said I'll do your show for nothing. Williams, will you get Mr. Benny a drink?
No, thanks. It's just that I haven't had dinner yet. In fact, I didn't even get my milk yet. But, Greg, anyway, gee, thanks so much, not only being on my show, but to come on for nothing. I don't know what to say.
Oh, Jack,
thanks. Thanks. Thanks very, very much.
Quite all right.
Thanks, Jack.
I'll look forward to it.
Right.
All right.
Thanks. Sure. Thanks. Thanks very much.
Oh, it's quite all right.
See, I could cry. One minute. Thanks. Marvelous that you would do this.
Just a minute. You forgot your ball and jack.
Greg, you're coming on my show for nothing. Keep 'em.
What uh-oh? Well, you're installing my no-wax floor. Don't uh-oh.
Oh, the floor's fine. I forgot to explain how to clean it to help keep it shiny.
Oh, well, the shine's built in.
Well, it still needs to be cleaned the right way.
Any suggestions?
Yeah, new formula Mr. Clean is great.
For no-wax floors?
Yep. He doesn't dull a no-wax floor's shine. He works so well, even Armstrong approves.
Really?
Watch. If you lifted a no-wax floor's shine, you'd see the film many cleaners can leave. Not Mr. Clean. And no dulling film means more sunny shine.
If you say so, I'm for Mr. Clean.
Oh, Armstrong says so. Here.
For me?
No, in the bottle.
New formula Mr. Clean helps keep no-wax floors shining bright.